How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. Thankfully, my boss shouldn't be watching this, so time to make him a Xmas gift. Now, as always, Christmas gifts are always better from the heart than from the wallet, so I did order some parts for this, but, oh yeah, they're not here, so that's going to be an extra challenge, but the concept is it's going to be a adjustable load. So an adjustable load, we're going to use this, so I work in automotive. We're going to use this in automotive to test things like lights, motors, control circuits, etc. So basically, it's a variable resistance load. I love making gifts for others. Being able to craft something feels better to me. Yeah, of course. Yeah, same. I wish I would have thought of it before, so I could have ordered the parts before, but that's my life. So the plan is we're going to have some terminals, okay, and they're going to go to a bunch of switches. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. And then I have these light bulbs. So they are 1 filament and 2 filament. And then same thing, 1 filament and 2 filament. And then this will go back to there. And so basically 2 terminals, 4 switches, 4 filaments, but the filaments, it's 2 filament per light bulb. And so the small filament in these light bulbs is about 500 milliamps, and the big filament is about 2 amps. And so by switching on whichever ones you want, it'll be like half an amp, another half an amp together makes 1 amp. Then you go 2 amps, so you get 2, 4, and then 5 amps maximum. So basically with 4 switches, you get to switch, either half amp all the way up to, 5 amps in discrete steps. Or what we can do is we can common these 2 together and eliminate one of the switches, and so you can do half amp, 2 amps, and then add another 2.5 to that. So it's either 3 or 4 switches. We'll see what fits. How's it going, Franco? And Johnny, what's going on? Didn't notice you were there, Johnny. Last work day, interesting. Pretty nice. All right, so let's gather some parts for what I'm thinking about for this. So first of all, we need terminals. So I've got terminals. I've got these banana terminals. I like using banana terminals because you can use any kind of accessory you want with them. So 1 and 2, like so. So that'll be up at the end. Maybe we'll also put, another set of terminals off the back to expand it, but I think 5 amps is enough. Somebody can do 5 amps times 12 volts for me. 5 times 12. I guess I could do it 24, 48, 50, 60 watts. I think 60 watts max is actually fine. I have 3 days work that week, working on the 30th, and that's it for the year. Nice. Good for you. All right, switches. No switches in stock. They're coming, they'll be here on Monday. So I do have the sort of like the technical drawings for the switches, so I'll be able to create a case for them without the actual switches. For the loads, though, I'm going to use 1157 bulbs. Those are brake bulbs. I like them because they're a single bulb and they have 2 filaments in them. So one of these is 1156, the other one's 1157. This is 1156, has a single filament. This is 1157, dual filament. So hopefully you can see in there, see that? 2 separate filaments. So they have a common, which is this metal. Then they have one filament, the other filament. 12 times 5 by heart, that's good. I definitely did not. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these bulbs, enough to work with. I was actually intending on putting more bulbs, but I think 2 is gonna be fine. Plus, of course, the case is gonna be 3D printed, so to get, like, to not be too close to melt the filament is gonna be important. So if I have more bulbs, more chance of melting filament, and I don't want to do that. What I also like about these bulbs is they're so cheap. If you were looking at buying like resistors, like these guys, to do roughly the same thing, these are $2 to $5, even $8 each these days because of shipping. These guys are a lot cheaper. I think these cost about 30 cents a pop. Yeah, Julian Eilert uses car bulbs too. Very, very good. Actually, the interesting part is that Julian used 24-volt bulbs sometimes, but it never occurred to me that you can get the exact same bulbs in 12-volt and 24-volt. So these have the code 1157. These are 1157 bulbs. You go to the store, you buy 1157, and I thought all 1157 bulbs were the same. They're not. You can get a 6-volt version, a 12-volt version, and a 24-volt version of the exact same bulb. It just it has more resistance for the 24-volt version and less in the 6-volt. So I was actually surprised that they use the exact same naming convention. Learned that at the new job. What's going on here? Some sort of metal debris there. Don't know if you can see that. Right there. Right there. 6 volts, just like in my first car. Yeah, exactly. That's cars used to be 6-volt. Actually, cars used to be 6-volt positive ground as well. Okay, so these guys, they make sockets for them. That's also coming in the mail. So I've got the technical drawings for the sockets. I'm gonna have to deal with that. So these are the parts for now. Now we also need test leads. So in automotive, an automotive connector typically has a weather pack seal. I had an automotive connector here. One moment, please. Usually what you do with the automotive connector is you have to poke the back side of it. You have to get inside the weather packing. Oh, here we go. So this is what an automotive connector looks like. That's rubber. And so if you wanted to, let's say the device this is plugged into isn't working, you'd want to get into the metal there to do your testing. Well, how are you going to get to the metal, right, if you've got rubber in the way? And so my favorite device to use for that would be, it's actually something used in sewing. They're called T-pins. If your local dollar store has some, you should just throw some in your car. Again, another Big Clive reference. One moment, please. Can't find my T-pins to save my life. You know what? I'll just bring the whole thing up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, here we go. So these guys here. How's it going, Doug? So this is a T-pin. It's to keep your material from moving around when you're sewing. You just like kind of pin it through, then feed it through the sewing machine, then pull it out. So these T-pins allow you to come back here, and you just poke that into the rubber, and it goes and it touches the metal core on the inside there. And so what I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to chop it here and then crimp it onto a length of wire and put a 4mm banana to go inside here. So T-pins, and then also I might just make a set of crocodile clips as well. So 2 sets of wire, and then if he needs any more accessories than that, then I can always make some more, or he can make his own. That's the beauty about using standardized parts. You can make your own little attachments and different pins and whatever. So that's that. I do have, ouch, just slapped myself with a wooden dowel. And yeah, you can't solder those, so I'm going to use these shrink and seal connectors. Everyone needs a button that plays Big Clive's. One moment, please. I need to sample it because I will eventually have a bot set up for the chat here to make noises when certain things happen. So a little bit like BitLooney and Xeon, they have like exclamation mark commands. I'm gonna make something like that. All right. Now somewhere here I have croc clips. Oh, here we go. So there's some croc clips. And what kind of wire do I have for that? I'm only carrying a maximum of about 5 amps. So I don't need like a massive gauge of wire, but I do want them to be silicone and bendy. So let's see what I have. Is this silicone? That's not silicone. What's this? 16 gauge? I think that's okay. Oh, I don't have a lot of it though. What's this? 16 gauge, okay. Now I should have 16 gauge in black. Yeah, 16 gauge. I need to buy more wire. I have like thick wire. I have very thin wire. I don't have much in between wire. There's another length of 16 gauge. 16 gauge. There we go. There we go. Alexa, turn on fire. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Super chat? Yeah, no super chats here. If you do want to send a super chat, I think the best thing to do is to subscribe to Patreon for a month. I think I keep a larger percent of the money that you spend there. And so I would recommend that. I think in chat, Johnny, Doug, do I ever take home harnesses? I do. I do have a harness in my pile of junk. I'll go snip a piece of wire off a harness and I'll make a decision if I want the harness or this. Be right back. Actually, you'll still be able to hear me, but I won't be able to see your chat. All right, furnace is going to get a little loud here. And my light bulb won't turn on for sure. Oh, it turned on. Should I just bring the whole harness? Oh God, no, it's buried. Okay. Let's see. This is all small gauge wire though. Oh man, there's a rat's nest of wires here. It's a very small gauged wire. Probably 18 gauge or smaller, maybe even 22. I have some very thick gauge though. I'm guessing it's for the power steering, electric power steering. Maybe I can salvage just about enough thick wire. Well, this is not a very interesting stream if you're just listening to me rifling through my wire harness collection. And by collection, I mean I only have one, but it's massive. Okay, let me see if I can find just like a pigtail end with 4 wires. There is actually a couple of really thick wires in here, and I never thought to look in here for thick wires. I was expecting thinner stuff. There's a nice ground terminal too. All right, what's at the end of this? That is not that bad. Let me chop this here. All right, I'm coming back. Oh. All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Sienna's sampled bit loony. 3 watching, 4 likes. More likes than viewers, that's rare, yeah. Waffle. All right, so here's a little chunk of harness. There's some wire going all the way up here. But as you can see, like this being 16 gauge versus look how thick these wires are. Mind you, it's for temporary use, so it's not too bad. I do like the silicone flexi wire, but at the same time, all right, so I can pull this apart. So whoever mentioned that, Adam, I appreciate that actually, because I do need some thicker wire gauge for a different project, and there seems to be a good length, maybe about 6 feet of, I don't know, 8 gauge in there for the, I'm guessing it's for the electric power steering. So really I should take my time and like lay it all out and then snip a long bunch of wire. These are harnesses that got chewed up by mice, and we replaced them under an insurance job at the dealership where I used to work. Actually, I still work until the end of the year. I put in my 2 weeks notice, the 24th. Watching Big Clive live. Started doing them. Yeah, woofles. So the 24th of December is my last day as a dealership tech. Put in my 2 weeks notice. The district manager all of a sudden is very interested in trying to retain me, you know, after ignoring like all my suggestions for the last year or two. So I told him there is no offer I would not consider, at least, but like he has to play second fiddle now to my new job because I'm enjoying it a lot more. Oh. It was I guess they had a feeling it was coming, right? You kind of have to. I mean, don't forget, I only work there part-time, the dealership now. I've been working there, by the way, next month, it'll be 17 years I've worked there. So it was a big, it was a long time that I was there. And I've only been working 1 day a week for the last couple of years because I've had enough of their BS. And I would rather work on YouTube stuff. And then I basically took this other job, the one with the new boss, pretty recently because I was hoping that the college would be able to replace my dealership job, but it's just not stable. So I took this new job, which I can do at the same time as the college, and it's just been so much better there. My boss is extremely chill, very cool guy. Runs his own business, and that's why I'm making him a Christmas gift, because there's no obligation to, but I just feel like it would be nice, and he's been nothing but good to me, so there we go. So we got these slightly thicker wires here. What is this? 4-55 on it? 2-55 SS2. I have no idea. So these can be, oh, and look, we got some more thick wires here too. So actually I think we're okay for thick wire because it'll go all the way up to the plug here, and then this here I can use for other stuff. You can tell this is for data. See, they're differential pairs, they're run together. So two sets of differential pairs. So this is probably like a LIN bus data, and this would be like CAN bus. And then you got some really thin wires here too. So yeah, these guys are like 22 gauge or 24 gauge, very small. Go into this communications plug. So that'll just chuck to the side, and we'll work with this one. But yeah, the new boss is a really cool guy, so I don't think he's expecting any Christmas gifts from me. And I don't think he watches this channel quite yet. So I think it's pretty safe. However, he is a super nice guy. So I presume he's going to get me something for Christmas. I'm hoping not, because I don't feel like I deserve gifts. Like, I just work, right? He's got the power. He's the boss, and all I do is work. And honestly, he's so easy on me that I don't think it's necessary. But I would really like to do something nice for him because he doesn't have to be nice to me, and he is. Jelly of the Month subscription. Is that a thing in the States? I like jam, but at the same time, a jam thing a month? You know what, though? I have to say, I've never had expensive jam. I always buy the cheapest stuff possible. All right. So I have this like internal drive to save absolutely everything I can. So typically I would depin this, take the pins out, and then I would take the pins out, and then I would cut it like here so I can resolder a new wire onto it. But it's like extremely unnecessary. I don't need whatever random connector this is, so need to just learn to get rid of stuff. This harness is here because I wanted to use it. So I should just use it. Is the Herman? Oh, Christmas Vacation. I haven't seen that, Doug. Yeah, and I mean, homemade stuff. So in the automotive profession, a lot of us keep junk, guilty as charged, but a lot of us keep junk because we can build ourselves test rigs out of it, like I'm doing here. And so this is going to be like right on theme for a Christmas gift. I think as a business owner, he can build himself something like this. I plan on making it a little bit nicer than ragtag. That's why I'm going to 3D print a case and stuff for it. But like he can make his own thing like this. But the thing is that he's busy. And so just the fact that I made it for him saves him the hour or so of cobbling. Let's see. I think, yeah, red's the smallest. Let's see, what can I unplug? I don't need my power supply. Just unplug that, plug this. And I probably want to use my fancy ratchet crimper. But the only problem is it's a bit buried. All right. Let's see. Whoop. My workspace has gotten so cluttered. It's going to be time or very close to time to do a full clean. Like you can't see, but this way it's absolutely ridiculous. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to stop being cheap. I need to go buy some 2x4s to build like shelving structure that way so I can start putting stuff away properly. Oh my God, I've got this too, this to review. This is the RD 6024, which is very similar to my 6018. I don't know if you can see that label up there, 6018. So this is 60 volts, 18 amps. This is 60 volts, 24 amps. Need to review that. Oh, and if you guys were here last week, I got the PCBs in, the on-air PCB. So these are in. That's a project for another day. I also got these in. You saw these last week, I think. Box of 3v3 LED strips from emergency lights. Yeah, we keep junk too. I made my neighbor's LED flashing Xmas lights. Last year I had to replace the AT Tiny board. I hope I don't have to do that this year. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, got a Raspberry Pi. This is a Pi 3. This is for upcoming project as well. Can I show this? Yeah, I think so. Was lent a little oscilloscope. I need to make some documentation on it. Little AES wave thing. Oh, only my Patreons know about this, but there's this project. Project Ginormous LED. Well, I guess if you're a podcast listener, you probably heard about it, but you haven't seen it yet. All right, I made it all the way down to my crimpers. Okay. Now I don't actually feel like I don't even have the proper jaws yet for this. Need to make a case for this too. That's going to be one of the live streams, designing a case with everything open. So there's these kinds of teeth with the little M shape on top. You can see that better like so. Maybe the light is not great. The very top there, the M-shaped, that's for uninsulated crimps, but mine are insulated. Oh, we can use this. Let's see. Yeah, I think these will work. This shape, it's really the other side. This here. And so I believe this will fit in there. Yeah. Not well, but it'll fit. Still making the giant LED. Yeah, actually the LED is kind of done, to be honest. There's a couple reasons why it's not out yet. It's because I have a maximum of 2 PCBWay videos per month. And this month I was supposed to have 2 holiday PCBs. I only have 1 holiday PCB that works. My Christmas tree isn't working. So if I can't figure that one out, I might make the LED video this month. If not, it's going to go next month. But the deal is, I feel like that project is really cool, and I want to take my time to do the video. But if I take my time, I won't be done by the end of the month, and yeah, reasons. So yeah, just a whole lot of nonsense. All right, screw this in. It's really cool though. I really like it. I might do a update on it in the new year, because I feel like if you keep the current low, you can just have a bunch of 18650s in the base powering it. For some reason these jaws are crooked. Look, they don't line up. I don't think the crimper is crooked. Oh well, whatever. Okay. All right, so yeah, need to strip some of this. I do have some strippers that another maker got me. They're probably lost in the abyss of the workbench, I'm assuming. Gonna need these momentarily. Yeah, don't think I'll be able to find them. Let's try automotive strippers. These are from Mac Tools. They are my work ones. One board in the post for a collar project. Cool. 2 space PCBs left to make my video. All right, let's see if this auto stripper works. Hey, not too bad, it did. Need to strip both sides. Oh, too short. There we go. By the way, I really don't like these kinds of strippers, these jaw strippers. I much prefer the kind that you grip onto the wires and pull, but those are the ones I can't find at the moment. They're here somewhere, but again, I need to get organized. What I need to do is when I listen to the H3 podcast, which I do 3-4 times a week, I need to be organizing my workshop instead of watching them. Okay, so that should do. All right, so first things first, let's see if we can get a good crimp on these. Read. Caller should read collab project. Oh, collab. Oh, gotcha. Who are you doing a collaboration project with? The M5 Stack people? All right. How would I do this? This looks like it wants to crimp both sides. But I don't want to crimp both sides. So I'm just going to crimp it this way. Whatever. Yeah, that did not do a good job. So that one's dickered. I'm not liking these jaws. Let me find a different set of jaws. This is why this case is no good. If you were to buy crimpers, I wouldn't buy them in a case because you can't see them. You gotta like frickin' pour them all out. Someone needs to do a better job with crimpers. First of all, there's not like a universal kit either that works for all situations. Only some that works for most situations. This is probably what I should have used. Even so, I think the red's gonna be too small. Yeah, too big. Maybe the green. M5 Stack and PCB Way are sponsors. I'm doing it with a maker who wants to be called Rumpelstiltskin. Nice. I should do collaboration projects. I like collaborating. I just don't like letting people down. You know what I mean? So I'd have to be sure that I'm in the right mind space to accept a collab. I sent a message to a YouTuber today. I don't want to say who because I don't want to put my guests on blast if they say no, but hoping that she wants to do a podcast. We shall see. All right. So let's see if I slide these in. Yeah, I feel like the red is not tight enough. Put it in the green. We'll see. Wish I was a better coder so I can make use of the M5 Stack stuff a little bit more. Whoop, scared me. I have one M5 Stack part. I have the M5 paper. But I guess, as far as I understand, it should just be an ESP32. I think it programs the same way. Okay, I'm gonna try putting it in here. Oh, that grabbed it. That's good. Okay, I was just crimping using the wrong side. That's fine. I'm going to crimp it once more for a little bit more tightness. I kind of want to crimp it on the smaller one. No, that I don't think that's going to come out. Okay. All right, now for the dangerous part. I need to snip this. ESP32 running MicroPython. Yeah, about MicroPython. I don't even know the syntax of MicroPython yet. Okay, this is dangerous though. If I snip this, one of these two ends are going to go flying all over the place. I don't want the sharp one to go poke me in the eye. I am wearing glasses at the moment, but it's still kind of dangerous. So what you do in this case is you give one of the parts more mass. So in this case, I'm going to use a pair of very inexpensive vice grips. And I'm just going to clamp it onto here. So there's no way that the force of these cutters will make the needle end go flying. There we go, that wasn't so bad. Like that, and then we've got to jam this in here. And then crimp it. You know what? I'm going to crimp this end in the smaller crimper. I want this to be as tight as possible. That looks great. And then when you shrink this with the heat gun, which we're going to do momentarily, it's going to be even better. Excellent. So the weird thing about MicroPython is, you know, when you use Arduino C, Arduino.cc has like a reference, right? It shows you all of the major commands of the Arduino C. But MicroPython doesn't have a reference like that, and neither does CircuitPython, to be honest. They expect you to go like look at people's projects, and it's like, hello. All right, this guy in there. There we go. That's crimped very tightly. Same thing here. This guy. By the way, in the automotive world, these crimps are extremely polarizing. Some people feel like this is an affront. This is not how you do electrical repair. And that's complete BS, man. Because the OEMs, the vehicle manufacturers, they actually specifically want you to use these crimp and seal connectors instead of soldering automotive. Need more airflow. So this idea came about because on my second day of work at the new place, we were testing a Ford, I don't know if it was an F-150 or F-250 transfer case motor. So basically the motor that turns the transfer case from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. And for whatever reason, he let me loose on the electrical diagnostics, which is fine. I'm very comfortable doing electrical diagnostics. But the thing is, I was starting to look kind of stupid because all my tests were coming out fine. I was like, there's nothing wrong with this, but there's definitely a fault because the check engine light is lit and it was a solid check engine light. And so I was like, look, what I would do now is I'd hook up a load to it. Do you have a load I can use? And he's like, well, I have a test light, but the thing is, a test light is like 250 milliamps. I was thinking possibly the issue is that it can drive a load, but it can drive like the test light, but not a big load. And so he didn't have anything. And so this is why I'm fashioning him these so that he now has something every time he has to do a similar type of diag. These are great for like blower motors, headlights, horns, window motors. It's like super easy. You just go and back probe with this thing, set the resistance you need, and then off you go. So yeah, this is not a expensive gift. It is a thoughtful gift. MicroPython does. It's hidden in the firmware function called REPL. I have no idea what that means, but considering it's more like beginners that need to know this stuff, and it doesn't seem very beginner friendly, I think that's a bit of a fail. Okay, this is nice and heated. Now, this has hot glue inside, so it has crazy amounts of thermal mass, and so you have to let this set for quite a while. It's going to be hot for a bit, for a hot minute, as the kids say. All right, so that's one end. Now I need to do I need to solder for the rest. So the rest will have soldered on alligator clips on this side, and every wire on the other side will get 4mm bananas. But I can put away my crimpers for now. Functional allows you to write code and run it live directly on the chip, seeing how each line of code works. No, I mean like a reference, like what syntax you need to use. So Arduino has a syntax guide. It has arduino.cc/reference, I think it is. Very easy to find on their website anyways. So like if I'm wondering how for loop works, I can just go onto the arduino.cc website and check it out there. So it's very simple for people like me to do these, to check out, you know, what syntax to use, what the code is expecting, stuff like that. I find that Circuit and MicroPython don't have that. Now, there's Python reference, but apparently Python and MicroPython is slightly different. So this is just what I heard. Not that I'm a code wizard or anything. Where are my helping hands? If I can't find my helping hands, I might need to go look for something else to hold the 4mm bananas. Actually, I'll look for it real quick. Let's see if I can find it. So I'm looking for, I made myself like a piece of pallet wood, and I drilled holes in them, and it fits a 4mm banana jack or banana plug perfectly. And so that's what I need to find. God knows where I would have left it though. Oh, here it is. Well, that, no. Is this it? I mean, it might work. Well, I found something. Whoops. Smashing into everything. Well, hopefully this will work. If not, well, not. All right, here I am. My most helpful hands are attached to, yeah. All right, so hopefully these holes that I actually made for 5mm LEDs back in the day will work. But I feel like I had a jig before, and you don't want your jig to be made out of plastic because it'll melt, or aluminum because it'll take all the heat away. Yeah, that'll work just fine. There we go. So wood is perfect because it'll get charred a bit, it'll brown a bit. Not the end of the world. Everything will be fine. All right, I'm gonna crank up the soldering iron just to transfer a bit more heat. 430. I don't have a big chunky tip, so that's what I'm gonna use. Hopefully it'll be fine. And then I can also pre-tin. What gauge wire is this even? It says SS2. I don't know if I should be concerned about what SS2 means. These are still warm, but this will work perfectly. See, nice little stabby bits, and then what you do is you just go in and you give her a little stab like that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So there we go. Okay. Now this often gets hot enough to burn your fingers, so watch yourself. I'm basically going to get this started a bit. Just break a little piece in there just to help thermal transfer. And you kind of flood it. Let it come up to temp a bit, and then you sauce your wires in. You got to hold it in there. You can add some more solder, because you need that fresh flux. You got to hold it still. How's that look? Don't touch it, it's hot. Yeah, it wicked all the way up the wire, that's good. Set that aside to cool. All right, a little bit of solder in there. Get the thermal transfer started. Oh, that's hot. I have to like block the view of everything for it to focus. There we go. The insulation was getting a little damaged, which means we were just right at the temperature. All right, load up 2 more. You're supposed to put something in the wire before soldering on the terminal. If you mean the insulation, the heat shrink, I can run them over the 4mm bananas, so it should be okay. Well, or the other side is the alligator clip, which again should be fine. I wonder if it's still hot enough to melt solder at this point. Oh yeah, it's still hot. Oh, heat is creeping up the bullet now, or the wire. There we go. This one's a bit uglier. The importance is that it makes a good alloy. I might give, no, I think it's fine. Again, this is all like fixable after the fact if I need it to be. There we go. Sauce this thing in. All right, and then, yeah, if you guys are talking about like forgetting to put the heat shrink on, that's a rite of passage in the automotive world. You always swear it's the last time, but it never is. There we go. Wire is hot. All right, so that's good. Oh, don't burn my power wire, you bastard. Okay, that's good. All right, next is the crock clips. What are we thinking? Are we thinking yellow for ground or green for ground? Kind of feel like yellow should be ground, because green is another color for positive, right? What do you guys think? Green for ground or green for positive? It doesn't really matter. It only matter for one little thing. On these switches, they have LEDs, which I might hook up. Green for ground? Okay, green for ground it is. I was hoping to get the 3D print started. So do the case design first and then 3D print, but I think it's fine. I'll just print it a little bit later. I got a little caught up in making the wires. So this guy here, I like to crimp the insulation down. Like so. Give it a good hard crimp, and then solder the wire right onto the crock clip. I don't like, here, let's show you what I did. Will it focus this close? It literally, it finds anything further than right in front, and it just decides to focus on, there we go. So crimp down the two little lugs there, then I'll solder up the top part. Don't remember the colors of ATX. Yeah, that's fine. Red and brown in positive in the UK. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not too concerned. It was just it's kind of arbitrary. It was more to let you guys have an opinion on what I would have just decided anyways if you weren't here. Because it's just a load. It's not polarized. The only thing that's polarized is going to be there's an LED integrated onto the switches. When we get to the PC and start doing the case design, I'll show you the switches I ordered. And then I'll explain a couple things. There we go. Oops. Get these in a little bit tighter. All right, and now I'm gonna clamp this. I stuff them in there. Maybe I'll just clamp it on the edge here, like this, and then solder that. The soldering iron is still at a bajillion degrees Celsius, so 430, I think. Whoop. Kind of lifting the wire. The problem is that there we go, I have tension now. The only thing that's holding it in is the insulation, and the insulation turns to goo. Oh, I might have screwed up. I should have passed. Oh no, I think the, never mind. I think it comes forward. No, it comes backwards. Yeah, so we'll see. I may have screwed up. I don't know if I'll be able to get the sheath back over. But we'll see. I don't mind cutting a little piece if need be. Hopefully that is properly soldered to the clip. Seems like it. I'll have to inspect it under my lights here. Actually, it might not be. It's actually a little bit harder to solder than I assumed. Let me wrap the wire around this way so it doesn't fall. I really need to get the alligator clip blazing hot. Ah, you bastard. A roll of solder rolled into it. There we go. Now it's definitely alloying with the clip. You know what I actually need? I have something to handle this. Give me a second. I have this 3D printed mini vise. It just needs to hold the wood up. There we go. Green is enable in PSU. Makes sense. Yeah, yellow is 12 volts. But this guy's an automotive guy. I'm not sure if computer power supply colors mean the same to him as they do to us. All right. Sorry, what did I say green is? Ground? That's a mighty small opening. Did we agree that green was ground? Let me just double check. I need your feedback, guys, because I'm just about to feed it up over this bullet connector. Ugh. My desk just full of obstacles. Yeah, okay, green for ground. There we go. Hopefully it fits over. Oh, it's tight. Ugh, just barely fit. Hopefully this is cool. Yeah, cool enough. And then just open it up like this. Slide it in. There we go. So that one's done. Oh, we're going to put some heat shrink on this side after. That I could put it over the bullet. It's nearly the same diameter as the bullet, so that's okay. This part was the hard part. But now I know I could screw up my yellow wire and it wouldn't matter. Oh wait, it's already crimped. So yeah, I need to put it up this way. Ooh, this is a different quality. It's not as stretchy. This one's not gonna stretch over for sure. Interesting. Maybe I have a different sheath in here I can put over. Looks like the reds are a little bit smaller. That's interesting. Oh well. Come on. Get over. If my boss is watching, I don't think he is, but if he is, look how much work this is. Thanks for not being a douche like my other boss, like the boss I just quit from. All right. Oh, it's fitting. Whoa, it's like stretching. It's getting that that white color when you stretch plastic. Come on. Oh, it's not happy about that. It would be a lot less work to just open up the crimp on the other side, but you know, sunk cost fallacy. Come on. Get in there. It'll fit. Just because Franco has no faith, it'll fit. Come on, you bastard. Oh, did you know that YouTube is supposed to implement, I don't know if anyone of you here are on Twitch. I know Johnny Bergdahl's on Twitch, but YouTube is supposed to implement a system where if you're done a stream, you can send your audience to a different stream. Like you just dump them in a different stream. Wouldn't it be freaking cool to be, there we go, got it. To be dumped Big Clive's audience from his stream. That would be awesome. And I mean, obviously I would enjoy that, but there are other people like BitLooney and Sion that would totally fit their niche, right? Their type of stuff they do. All right, so I'm gonna try to heat this from the bottom this time. It's going to be pumping a lot of heat through there. Oh, it's starting to melt. Ooh, that's hot. Don't want to burn my poor little fingers. Come on, soak up all that delicious lead solder. There we go. I'll let that cool for a bit. Pretty sure that alloyed. Unnerving, yeah. You got dumped from which stream to where? Is it like a big Clive stream? That looks like an alloyed. I think we're good. Things got a little toasty in there. There we go. Cooled down pretty quickly. Yeah, the red ones are a lot tighter. The red sheaths, which is weird because I got them at the same time, same order. There we go. All right, now we've got just one more thing to do. I'm going to drop my iron's temperature before I ruin the tip. Back down to 350. So now we're just going to cut little pieces of heat shrink and then heat shrink those on. I'd also like to do it so that they sit flush. So if you hook it on like this, you'll see that there's actually quite a bit of stick out. So if I go all the way to the edge here, I'll be good. Okay. Iron's at 350, you can turn that off. Be right back and grab some heat shrink. Oh yeah, but I forgot, you guys can still hear me. So I'm just clipping some heat shrink over at the other end of the shop. One of my lovely Patreons is the one that donated the wireless lav mic, by the way. So you have that person to thank. I still don't think he wants to be mentioned, his name, but he is a lovely person. If he doesn't mind being mentioned, then you can name yourself in the comments. All right, so here is the red, and I'll put the red on the red as well. And we're going to shrink these down. This is the double layer, double wall heat shrink with the glue on the inside. It's pretty much the only stuff I use these days. Sometimes I'll use the cheap stuff, but I like this stuff. One, this up more or less. Don't have a good way to see chat from here. Got dumped from the little platoon into Mr. Brown Alliance. Interesting. Don't think I've heard of either of those. Wait, does that mean that the stream that YouTube now has the feature, or were you on Twitch? All right, so these two are shrunk down. So these are finished. Both positive cables. Do the two negative ones. It was on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Maybe it's only available for bigger channels or something, because yeah, I don't have it. I didn't see the option. There's another negative, and missing the actual black wire. There we go. That should do just fine. Okay, so now we got the two pokey bits. This bit and this bit. Two pokey bits with the bananas on the other side. And then we've got the two clippy bits. Nice soldered crock clips with the little protection, and two bananas on the other side. And if he's going to build himself some attachments, I might just make two more of these wires banana to banana so that he can have different attachments, but until then I don't think it's necessary. I think this will cover like 99% of the cases, which is good. And the wire should be roughly the same length. Yeah, roughly the same length. There we go. Not super flexible, not too happy about that, but it should be okay nonetheless. So, yeah. Oh, look, the glue didn't come all the way out. These red ones are a little bit too big for the needles, but that's okay. It'll be fine. All right, we need to take a couple critical dimensions, and then we can get started on making these things happen. So, I think I'm going to use the mounting hardware that's already included in these banana jacks. Let's take this off. So I need to know the dimensions of this part. So basically, this will go in my case, then this will go through, and then this will go over to clamp it sort of like that. And then this washer is going to press that up against there and make it tight with the nut. So basically, this needs to fit in my 3D printed case. Let me get the measurement for that. All right. How many viewers do we have? Concurrent 3. Neat. At some point, people will come in, but until then. So let's say 7.9. If I want to be like what's 8? You know what? I don't have to be that tight. I can go 8. 8 is still pretty tight. Okay, so 8mm circle. Let's see. I have to try to be less like millimeter precise or 0.1 millimeter precise. Binding post. 8mm hole. Okay, I also want to get the spacing of these two. So what if the case, I mean, they can be close to each other actually, and then kind of far apart in the case to be far away from plastic. Although they do have sockets, so I have to put them a little further apart, probably even further apart than that. Okay, so I probably want something like that, more or less. So to me, they're going to be laying down flat like this. The binding posts will be over on this side, like that. Binding post there, binding post there. Something like that. Binding post, binding post. And then this can be like open, they can stick out like that. Or do I want them to be protected? Kind of like that, but they can't be that protected because they could, but I'd have to make a big cutout. Because if they go too close to the plastic, they'll melt the plastic. They are 21 and 5 watts, so about 26 watts a pop. That actually makes sense, because we get about 50-ish watts. It's a little bit shy of 60, so like 50 watts. So that kind of makes sense. But 50 watts in this little area, though, it's going to be a lot of heat. So we want our box to be roughly, need a ruler. Oh, I actually got a Patreon sent measuring device here. Let's go 120 mil. And height. Oh wait, I need room for the switches. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like down here. Try to go 120 by 120. And then we'll have 4 switches, so binding posts here. How far apart do I want the binding posts? Say like that. Center to center, about 25 millimeters. Okay. I'll get some more dimensions when we get on the screen, but I just want to do rough sketches and then we'll mess with our sketches. So let's go over to the PC. I'll be able to see you guys chatting a little bit better too. So yeah, 120 by 120. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, should be there. Hello there. All right, so let's go. New component. body 1. All right, and then new sketch. I'm gonna do it on this plane. Okay. So let's make a rectangle 120 by 120. Well, there was just an avalanche in the other room. No worries. Okay, so 120 by 120. The switches, here's the dimension for the switches. So they're like, they have a little tab there too. That's actually quite a bit of space. Let's see if I can zoom that in. So the switches do take up a lot of space. They are 24.2, that's the measurement. I think that's pin to pin, and it's 28. So they need a lot of space. They're big. But I wanted to get, okay, so let me pull up. Yeah, it's okay. It's just storage bins that I didn't put on the wall yet because the bracket is broken. Let's see, 20 amp toggle. So these are the switches I ordered. Yeah. So I paid more, I bought fancier ones because I don't want them to fail super early. So if you run a switch close to its rating, it's gonna fail faster. I don't want that. And mine have no covers, but you do see there's an LED at the very tip there. So yeah, 28 plus that little tab. I can bend that tab down. That's okay. But yeah. Oh, this is the frickin' dimensions I was looking for. There it frickin' is. Okay. Anyways, if I'm looking, and then 1157 socket, and then I bought these sockets here. So these guys here, and they'll go into the side. None of these have dimensions though, sadly. People say quality is poor, but that's okay. Just needs to light up. So yeah, these sockets here are the sockets I got. That's the switches. I'm gonna actually use this as my dimensions. And so width-wise, they're about 15 mils. So if I space them 25 mils apart, I should be okay. All right, let's go back to Fusion. So I need some space. I need about, how much do I need again? It says about 28 for the body. Let's go like 35 mils. So if I make this up, and then, well, actually, I'll go 40. I'm gonna give myself some space. 45 mils that way, and there. So that should be like the inside. So the binding posts can go here. The two bulbs will go here and here, facing upwards. And then, yeah, that should be reasonable, right? Should I change this? 55, give myself more space, put wires and stuff. How tall are the bulbs themselves? The bulbs are, just doing a quick measurement over at the bench here. So the bulb's total height are 50 mils, but it'll sit in the socket a little bit. Stick out about 35 mils. So how much space do I have here? measure from here to here, 65. I think that'll be good. Might as well go 60 here. You know what? Give myself space. Thing is, I don't have the parts in hand right now, so makes it a little bit more awkward. All right, so I'm gonna go with this as the main design. Okay, then I can go, if we want four switches, let me just divide this in half, like so. Okay, and then I should be able to divide, no, can't divide that in half. Do need this. So like that. Okay, and then if this is 120 across, just go 120 divided by 4, it's 30. So it looks like it's going to be there. That's the halfway mark between those two. Those two. Those are both construction lines, and then now I need the halfway mark. 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Just doing myself some construction lines make my life easier. That, and then like that. Okay, so now I need circles. I need the circles. This says 12 mils, but I'll go 12.2 mils, and I should be able to put them like here. Or should I bias them south a bit more? Because the sockets go up there, right? So if I put them, how much is this? If that's 60, this will be 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I bias them down to here. Okay, let's do that. And we need 12.2. Oops. Remove the construction line. Remove the construction line. .2 and there we go. And then that should work. Center point to here. That's 20 mils, and I only need, yeah, that should be good. So that fits. Perfect. Then I can put my two bulbs here and here, but I'll have to extrude it first. That looks good. All right, now how much height do I need? So I need 30 mils, let's say 30, let's say 40 mils. Give myself some space. Oh, and I actually want to make walls on this end too. Okay, so let's see. Gonna make a offset here. And let's do 2. Like so. All right. So let's chamfer these corners because I don't like them. How goes designing? You've been editing. Hey, I made 4 leads and now I'm making a box with bulbs. So 4. Let's not diminish my accomplishments here. Yeah, this guy. It's going. It's going. Let's use a 4 mil chamfer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. You know what? I actually don't like these lines. I should have just offset. All right, give me a second. This sketch, edit again. I'm gonna delete all this shit. So I'm gonna take that, this, that, this, and then offset. 2 millimeters. That fixes the lines for me. Then I can snip off these guys. Go away. Don't know what else it did. This guy. Go away. Go away. Go away. That's good. All right. Finish sketch. Test box, save. Save. All right. Okay, so let's extrude. How tall did I say? 40 mils? Actually, that's kind of silly, right? Because that's going to be thinking. Okay, I have to think how this is designed. Because if this is going to be a hollow box, thinking. Okay, hang on. So let's say I want a 2 millimeter floor. Extrude 2 millimeters. Okay, so that's like a 2 millimeter sheet there. Yeah, I think it was 40 mils. All right, so then I have made a mistake. It's actually not so much of a mistake. But this, and this, that needs to be offset 2 mils. Like so. Finish sketch. That's good. I'm gonna grab this and this. And we're going to extrude up. So 42. and we're going to do operation join. Okay, so there's a box. Okay, so we got a box. I'm still trying to figure this out as we go. Oh, and this actually needs to be modified. So let's go back and modify the sketch. So the switches, they have a keyway. I have to cut into it. See that? Here, I'll just zoom in. So right here, so that keyway from the center line is 5.2 mils, and it's 1.9 mils, so I'm going to make it like 1.8 or 1.5 even. And it looks like the keyway, I don't know if it's in the on or the off position, the off position. So if I want the switch to be flipped towards the bulbs to turn on, I need to make the keyway on this side. I do like designing. I truly do. So the only thing is the LED pin is there. I may have to cut it because, so from the middle here, that'll be, let's say 12. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not too worried. I don't think, like, I think you really have to be an engineer to get a job designing. I think the ideal would be to be able to, like, I think, honestly, I think YouTube is the perfect job for me, because then I can get, paid to do this stuff. Like, just, you get paid off the projects and the sponsorships and the Patreons. So I honestly think YouTube is perfect. I just wish YouTube was easier. Very difficult to find an audience on YouTube. Not as difficult as other places like Twitch. I would say Twitch is more difficult. But yeah, not easy either way. All right, so 5.2 mils. I'll go 5.3 mils from the center of my hole. So 5.3, like so. That looks wrong. Whatever. And then 1.8 mil wide. Yeah, I definitely agree with that assessment. All right, so if it's 1.8 wide, that means I need to go out in this direction. 0.5, 0.9? I'll go, damn it, I'll go 0.8. That should make 1.6. I think that should be enough. And 0.8. So not super important for this to be like extremely accurate. And the reason for that is that if it's a bit smaller, that's fine. It's just to keep the button in orientation. That's it, or the switch in orientation. Oh, this is not supposed to be a construction line. This and this. Great. Now grab this, 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 and this, and I can move copy it. Move copy. Now you got to make sure to go down here, create copy. And then we'll move this over. So 30 mils. And then we'll grab these again. Move copy, create copy. Should be 60 mils now. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of competition. Make that plate you're working on the bottom of the box and have a separate top piece with the switches and the cutouts for the bulbs. That way all you have to remake is the top. What do you mean remake the top? We're gonna nail this, aren't we? This. Move copy, create copy. So like ideally I would make you know, awesome videos that like millions of people want to watch, and then it's not a problem, because out of those millions of people you'll find enough supporters at like $1 or $2 a month, and that you'll be able to survive, right? That's kind of that's the rub, is to get enough supporters. But will it go wrong? That's my question. Will I be able to force a will it? Because I'd like to have no screw holes on the top. I'd like the screws to be on the back. I think I'd like to do it this way. Have the bottom be one chunk. Oh yeah, I agree, Vero. And the weird thing is that like I feel like I could do them, but I have to like have enough discipline to be able to sit there and like focus on making a video for like a month. Yeah, I agree. The residual, like my battery video, has done very well for me. Okay. Let's not get distracted here. What was I doing? Oh yeah. This, like this, and we're gonna cut that out. Bink. There we go. We can erase that sketch. So that looks good. Now the only other thing is we want to remove this, because the lights are going to shine through here. So we're just going to plink like so. Oh, what happened here? Okay, it's a perspective fail. If I remove this, okay, yeah, there we go. My box is fine. So that's good. I'll have my wiring in here. I can punch my 2 holes in here for the terminals. In fact, what I'd like to do is actually bring this in this way and have the terminals be flush to the side. That would be the ideal. Should I do one video like that next year? Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought the giant LED could possibly be. I don't have confidence that it's going to be like that, but... Okay. So that should be decent. So we also need... Okay, so actually this needs to be a closed box, now that I think about it, because the sockets are going to fit inside here for the light bulbs. So we actually need like a wall coming up this way over here. So that's fine. So I actually want to recess the terminals in here. I don't know if I'll have room with the switch there. Yeah, Doug, I definitely agree with you. Vero's Game Ganders have awesome potential. The issue is it's going to be a crapshoot on whether or not the game is interesting enough to support a massive audience. That's going to be the difficulty with the Game Ganders. because that's a lot of right place and right time that you need for that to do well. I don't necessarily think it needs to be different, but I can definitely see where that feeling comes from. All right, let's do another sketch here. Let's take this, let's offset that -2 mils. So that'll give me a 2 mil wall there. And then right from the center here, I just want to measure actually how, I got 18 on that side. 18 brings me to here. Okay, so what about 18? Do I have another 25? I have 20. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, so I'm gonna check how tall these terminals are. Oh no, it's 20 center to center. I don't think I'll have enough space. No, I'm not gonna have enough space. Guys, I don't think I can recess the terminals. The other thing I could do is I can recess the terminals like in the top here. Although, no, I have room vertically. I'll have room, because I can have them one here and one here. There is enough clearance, barely. So if I go from here to down here, that's 18 mils. And if I check this out here, it's 28 mils across. And so really it only needs 14 mils, and then I'll have to bend the tab on the LED part. So they do fit just barely. What I could do, in fact, to be safe, if I grab this sketch, if I take that, this, and this, and this, since now I know I can do my terminals vertically, I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna actually shove them upwards just a touch. And then move, copy. That's my move. It's gonna give me maybe even, there we go. Oh, move them 4 mils up. Give myself a bit more space. And then that should have already updated this. So now I have a bit more space. So if I measure center to here, now I have 22 mils. And really, I only need, so from here to here is 34. If I take 20, that's 14. It's 10 mil. Been one, maybe two people go to the stream, they lurk, yeah. Let me see. How wide are these things? About 15 mil. I don't know, guys. It's gonna be. I'm making everything very tight here. I'm not sure I'm particularly happy. Yeah, I do appreciate the chatting, Franco. So yeah, my issue right now is I'm going too tight. So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna take this, offset it. I'm gonna bring it up 2 mils instead. Gives me a little bit more space. And then if I go, oh yeah, and I need the height. Chatting makes streaming a lot better. No, it's not for everyone. Yeah, agreed. It does make stream a lot better. Gonna try to grab a height for how much I need to recess it. So the deal with recessing the my binding posts is that they won't be prone to breaking if you throw this in a toolbox, which is a non-zero chance. So I'm going to try to dig these in 15.5. Yeah. Come on. I agree with you, Doug, but I think what she means is she's trying to put the odds in her favor. Like the odds of someone like you coming to her channel from one video is really low. So like she is making videos and stuff like that, but the thing is it's not a reliable strategy. I do completely agree with you, Doug, that the Game Ganders gives her a good chance, or gives her a chance of having people come in. However, hold on. I missed my thing. 15.15, so 13.5. However, that it's a small chance. That's the issue. .5. So 13.5, and then I might as well make this all the way across too. So 13.5, and then another 2 mils here. Oh, that didn't make a line. Oops, it made a vertical line? No, I don't know what it did. 2. Okay, and then down like $15 mils. And then go over to the edge like that. Take this and round this a little bit. 1 mil fillet. This, and then offset -2. Actually, that didn't give me a lot of space now, did it? Oh no. 1, 2. square, that's good. What's the measurement between here and here? 19 should fit just. And then, not offset, fillet this one. 1 mill's good. Take this, this, and this. And this, and then offset that. -2. Okay, how much space do I have now? Between here and here, 15 mils. That should be good. Okay, so let's do this. This extrude. Like so. That's good. Show that sketch again. Oh, that's not a filled polygon. Line between here and here. Like so. Line between here and here. Finish the sketch, grab this guy, and extrude up to there, right? Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention. This is like taking a lot of brain power. Okay, like so, and then I can grab that sketch, bring this up 2 mils. Okay, and now I just need to cut this off. New sketch on this surface. And got a line from here to here, and here to here. Finish sketch, grab this, go down 40 mils. There we go. Whew. I have to say, I'm not happy with how tight the wiring's gonna be. But I always do this. That's okay though. So the issue too is I'll have to cut holes for my sockets in here, but I got plenty of space here. It's this that's tight, and I wanted it tight because I get frickin' stuck in my ways. And then, yeah, I need to make screw holes here, 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 and here. I'll probably throw a screw hole here. No, I can't. I won't have enough space. I can put a screw hole here or here. Wire it up outside the box, then fit it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is the pins will be sticking out, so it's not too bad. But yeah. So yeah, this socket for this bulb will be tight, but we'll see. But I mean, it looks good. I need to emboss some text on it too. This will be the first time I've ever done it, so let's see how that works. Emboss. Sketch profiles. Oh, okay. So I need to make a new sketch on this, like so. And there should be text. Yeah, text. Just text. So apparently it's really easy to emboss text on this. This is the brake light thing, correct, bro. Text. I don't really know how to do this, but there's the center line. So maybe I want to go, oh boy, this is lagging. Stop. Go here. I'll go up here. Here? Why did it select there? Oh boy. Sample text. I think bigger text is better. Can I move this and rotate it? Align center. Okay. Align middle. Okay. 0.5A. Can I use impact? Do they have impact? They do have impact. That's my font. Okay. It's a bit big though. Let's go 8 millimeters. Does that work? Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay, good. Move copy. Create copy. Okay. Oops. Move copy. Create copy. 30 mils away. Helvetica. Yeah, Helvetica's nice. But my channel branding is Impact. And I don't think my boss knows this. So it'll be more like a subtle thing, which is fine. I actually really like subtle stuff like that, where only I understand the joke. No, never. Oh, sweet, I can just change it to... So it's 0.5, so I'll put 2.0 so that it looks the same. So actually, yeah, their text tools, I've never done this. Their text tools are actually pretty good. That looks good. And then I can do a Finnish sketch instead of a Swedish sketch. All right, so now if I pick all these and then I emboss. Okay, faces, this one, depth, let's say like 0.5. Oh no, I wanted the other way. BTTV? Is that what your Vero doesn't have any emotes on YouTube. I don't think that works the same. I will get a bot at some point. Face this one. then -5. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that, folks. That's gonna look frickin' sweet. I need to do this more often. I had no idea it was this easy. Like, I saw people say it's this easy, but it is very easy. I should put a star saying that it's approximately, because it's not going to be exactly. Okay, that looks good. All right, so the next thing is I need to carve out holes for the sockets. We need to do a little bit of guesswork. So I know the size of this because it's the diameter of the base of the bulb. It's, let's say, a little bit bigger. So I need to cut a hole that is sort of like this size, like from here to here, and then put little tabs. I don't know if this is gonna work, but because I figure I'm gonna epoxy them in. I don't think I don't think I'll be able to create the latching mechanism, because these things go in and then they do like an 1/8 of a turn clockwise. I don't think I'm really into doing the latching mechanism, so I'll probably just, you know, like stuff them in and pour epoxy all over them, because I don't think the sockets will ever go bad, so that's not an issue. And if it does, then I'll just print a new case and put new sockets in it. So yeah, so we need to figure out this diameter, this diameter, kinda. Yeah, I need to make a hole this big, or I need to make a hole like this big, right, from here to here, and then maybe add some cutouts for the bayonets just to fit through. Either that, or I can snip the bayonets off once I get them. It'll be here Monday. So yeah, let's see if we can measure the base of a bulb. So the base of a bulb is 15 1/4. So this here is 15 1/4. And so I might just measure my screen. I don't really. I know you can scale in Fusion. So this is 4.5 centimeters. Hold on a sec. Would I say 15 1/4? Actually scaled it perfectly there. So I need to cut a hole that is like 32 millimeters. Yeah. So I'll cut the hole this diameter, and then I'll fill in a couple of spots there. So 32, what did I say? 32 millimeters. All right, so the holes need to go onto here. And so let's find the center of this. So new sketch on here. It's going to be very difficult now because we can't see through this. Although I can actually hide the body like that. Okay, so first and foremost, we do know that we have a line 2 mils from the top. So we're right in the middle here, like so. 42 mils, X. Okay, and then I need a line. 2 mils. Like that. Oops. So for some reason it doesn't make the line then. So 2, enter. There we go. Got a line 2 mils. And now we need a line going across here to here. And we can make that a construction line. And then we can make our X like so. Like that. And then right here across. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That was an accident. Here, 90 degrees across, like so. Okay, so now we need to cut this into, can make a line to here, and then if you cut this in half, none of this is scientific, by the way. Don't take this as, don't take this as the way to do this. And then this is, I said 32. That's a big frickin' hole. And they have more size after. This is not good. That's a massive hole. Well, I won't actually create a copy yet. Okay, the wires seem to come out. Let's see. So small tab, big tab. No, of course I'm not. I don't have a socket. So I said 15. Let's see. Let me remeasure this. It's more like 30. But yeah, these are big. These are going to be big holders. I don't know. This is the difficult part because I don't have the sockets at all. But I mean, this would make kind of sense. The bulb is kind of big. Bring back the body. I mean, that's kind of what we thought, right? That's going to cut into here. So they're going to have to move towards the center, towards each other. But man, that's going to be huge. How tall is my thing? 40 mil. Oh, it's because my structure is tiny. It's thin. It's no, I don't want to solder onto the bulbs because I want them to be replaceable. The whole, I like the repairability. So I can move them more centralized. That's not an issue. But you know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking of just printing this. You know what? I might just do everything else. Like prepare everything else and then maybe even print the bottom section. And then print this modify this once the bulbs come in on Monday. See, the issue is that he may take the holidays off. And if he takes the holidays off before I have time to make this for him, that means that he's not going to get it for the holidays. You know what I mean? I'll take this, I'll move this, let's say, yeah, it can't because it's stuck there, it's constrained. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I might just deal with this once the bayonet caps come in. I was thinking of just drilling through here once they come in, but I don't have a good spot to put my drill. I would have to like cut out this wall and make it part of the other print. But we can design other stuff. Not that big of a deal. I can make screw holes here, here. All right, let's go back to sketch 1. Oh yeah, what am I going to use? Am I going to use heat set inserts? That cutout post is in the way. Yeah, I know. So I need to move it in, but it's constrained. Honestly, I probably should have this taller anyways. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, let's figure out what we're going to use to secure it. Back to the webcam. Okay, so I can use M3 screws, but the issue with M3 screws is that it requires a small hex. I think this is a 2.5 millimeter hex screwdriver, and that means that he probably won't have that in his work truck if he ever wants to do to switch this out. So I might use M4, but I might actually use M5. So bigger screws. Because again, repairability is kind of a thing, right? So let's see. Got this guy here. So this would be the size of an M5. Uses a big chunky bolt. Or is this M6? I think this is M6. So M5 could be these guys here, smaller bolt, and I can use these heat set inserts. Oh, you know what? You're right. M3 with a Phillips is actually a really good idea. But I don't have heat set inserts for Phillips. So it'll have to be like threaded. I don't have any like brass inserts for M3. So it'll have to be threaded into the plastic, which I'm not that big of a fan of. But yeah, I do very well have M3 Phillips screws. They're Phillips 1, but I think it's pretty common to carry Phillips 1 with a Phillips 2 as well. Okay, Phillips is fine. I will accept that. But I don't have any heat set inserts. Let me check, see if I can get some before tomorrow. I don't have any M3 inserts though. That's the issue. I have M5 and M6 inserts. Let's see. M3 heat set insert. Okay, I'm actually going to check on a browser you guys can't see. Hopefully you can't see that screen. M3 heat set. It'll arrive Thursday. Thursday is not good enough. If I order it today, it arrives Thursday. That's too late. Or Wednesday the 21st. Caramel. That look Brave browser? Yeah, this is Brave. Yeah, 21st, that's pretty shitty. Well, again, I don't know if he's even if he's even gonna tell me to just stay home, because we have a hold on a second. So he's texting me, not about this. Let me just answer this text. I should have like a screen to keep you guys occupied while I text. So we're supposed to have a, so look, this is how cool this boss is, right? This is the whole reason I'm doing this whole thing. He texted me because we're gonna have a crazy downpour of snow overnight tonight. And he said, if you're comfortable coming in, come in. And he said, if not, don't take any stupid risks just to come into work. So only if you feel comfortable. And he said, you don't even need to tell me this right now. You can just tell me tomorrow morning if you're coming in or not. And so what I'm telling him is that the Volvo is the safest car in the snow I've ever had. I've ever felt in a car in the snow. So I'll just leave early and take my time. No worries at all. There we go. Yeah, so he's telling me I don't even have to come into work tomorrow and not to take any risks for his sake. And I'm like, this is how awesome, right? So this is why it's tearing me up that I don't have these M3 inserts, because I want to give him this before you know. Okay, so what I will do though is I will add, no, this is not the one I quit, no. Good question though. I'm gonna add it to my AliExpress order, so M3 insert, and I will just thread it into plastic. I may just have to make him a version 2. Let's see. M3, 5mm OD, that's good. $50 pieces, add to cart. And then M4. $50 pieces, add to cart. There we go. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is the new boss. The one I'm making the Christmas gift for. Oh, and my wife is, give me a second. Webcam. Someone sent, oh, it's a, all right, if you guys are interested in movies, you guys can go on to Verowax Discord. It looks like the movie was picked is The Hurt Locker for this Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So Discord movie night if you guys are interested. Okay, back to screen. So yeah, none of these will arrive on time. So I'm just gonna thread it right into the thing. Let me see if he answered me. No. Don't care. That's spam. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, anyways, I'm enough of that so I can pay attention to you guys again. But yeah, I'm confident that I'll be able to make it in with the Volvo. It's pretty safe. It's a very long wheelbase, so it feels awesome. Insert tool. Just gonna check also if I can find a tool to do the heat set inserts, because I'm looking at these tips. They look very specific. They go on the end of your soldering iron. And if I can find some of these on AliExpress, I'll add them to the order too. Insert tool soldering. Insert. Install. Looks like I can't find any on AliExpress. Whatever, I'll just use a regular tip. Maybe your boss would like a Toblerone, the big one at Costco. Just saying. Okay, so sketch this one. Vero's boss is a her, not a he. Okay, so how do I do this now? It's the center. So I want to make a, oh, I guess I can use a rectangle. New 4K projector, very nice. How do you find, oh, that is not what I wanted to do. How do you find the projector? Because I know, like, you kind of have to have a light controlled environment. Top. Maybe that'll be easier. Do a rectangle, say 5 by 5, like so. Then turn it into construction lines. I gotta be careful not to be too big here. Ugh. Let's see. Let's go 4 by 4. X, and then 2.5. Geez, this is freaking complicated. It keeps wanting to give me a different dimension. All right, 2.5, let's just say. Hole right there. Okay, it doesn't need to be that far from the edge. Okay. So let's try a 2 by 2. X, and then here 2.5. I think that'll be enough meat around it. And then this plane. Let's say 4. Nope. How does that look? I mean, I think that looks fine. Now I'll just snip. Am I on a different plane? I'm not on a different plane. Why doesn't it let me snip these parts? Oh, whatever. I don't care. How about that? Move, copy, create copy, and scooch it along over here. Is that right? Does that look right? That doesn't look right. Probably have to move that like a 0.5. Does that look right? Nope, doesn't look right. Oh man. All right, you have to do the whole process again. All right, like this on this plane, 2 by 2. Grab this. Nope, nope. This, X, oops, like this, 2.5. 2.5 circle, and then like this, 8mm circle. And then we do the same thing here. Two by 2. Like this plane, 2.5. And then like this, 8mm, like so. I would love a new TV, but the TV we bought in like 2010, I feel like, is still like perfect. So even if we bought a new TV, I wouldn't even know what to do with this TV. So it's like, it's a blessing and a curse. Because new TVs are so inexpensive that you could get one, I mean, for literally dirt cheap. But what's the point, right? If you have something that works just fine. This will be problematic. I can't do, here, let's finish this sketch, see what happens. Bodies. So grab this and this. And this. And this. Okay, and then we want to extrude up, offset by 2 mils, and then grab this all the way flat, join. Oh, actually not offset, profile plane. Needs to go together. There we go. Longer you wait, the better replacement. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the thing is, I like, as much as I do want a new TV, it's not like I want to throw, you know, $500 in the trash. So yeah, I'm just going to hope this one keeps keeping on, and then basically if the new TV, if this TV poops the bed, then I guess it's just a blessing and a curse, that's all. I don't think I would connect a smart TV up to the network. I would just do what, like, I would just leave it dumb, basically. I don't know if Vero agrees, but I think so. I think we're on the same page. I don't really see the need to Wi-Fi anything. Like, we have my old computer is our home theater PC. That's all we really need. Actually, something I would like to upgrade that the TV doesn't need to be dead for would be the sound system. The voice clarity is not fantastic, and with my ears getting older, it's actually starting to become a problem. But I feel like that's something that you could DIY? Am I wrong? I don't know if I'm wrong. There we go. There we go. Got some mounting holes. Soundbar with a sub sounds good in most rooms. So I think our issue is that our sound system is actually tunable, but we got it for free because my grandparents, my grandfather thought that it was struck, like the house got struck by lightning, his house, and then he said it's never sounded the same since. But I don't see that, we don't have that issue. So anyways, we got it for free. I almost feel like he just wanted to give it away without it having strings attached. You know how some people are kind of like that? So anyways, so it's worked just fine, but I don't think he ever gave us the microphone for it to tune. So basically you set up all your speakers in your house, and then you set up the microphone that comes with it in the middle of the room, and then you make it go through calibration. And so I think it would be a lot better if we did have that microphone, but we do not. So I think this is almost done. I don't think I need to add anything else. I might do cutouts on the side here to let the bulbs breathe a bit, or just the back cover will have cutouts. I think it's good. No, you can't. There's no option to do a manual tune. You have to use you got to use the microphone. It's auto tune only. It was a high-end Sony system. Like it's not a piece of poo. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna go back here. This one, new component. New component, and we're going to call that base. All right, and then we're going to go top like this. We're going to go new sketch, and then we're going to put it on this face here. So that's good. Okay, so we know we need a rectangle like so, and we do need to chamfer the corners, or to fillet the corners by 4 mil. Actually remembered. 2, 3, 4. So that's good. Now I'm probably going to offset this whole surround. So let's take that, 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 and offset it by 0.1 so it snaps fit together. Built my own 40-watt per chan with separate bass treble controls. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the kind of thing I'd like to do. All right, so that'll be 0.1 millimeters. And then I need to give it some distance as well. Grab that again, that again, that again. You know what I should have done? I should have done, here, let's do it. Take this offset and make that 1.1. There we go. So now it's easier to click these guys again. This, 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 this. Whoa, that, I did not mean to do that. This. I'm so confused this way. Okay. This. And we want to offset that again. This time by 0.1. There we go. So now, okay, that's perfect. Need to grab this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. So basically I'm making reinforcement at the moment. So offset by 1.1. So it's going to snap together, which is the goal here. This, 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 and this. Offset by 0.1. Like so. That should join to this though, so that'll be okay. Let me grab this, 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 and this. Whoa, flipped it around by accident again. This, this, and this. We're gonna offset 1.1, like so. Grab them again. this as well. And then offset 0.1. That should be good. And then I need to grab this, this, oh, this, 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 and this, and we need to offset that. So it's 2.5. Hey. Do I have to do it each individually? That's kind of shitty. So, yeah, 2.5, if it's 1 mil all the way around, no, I'll have to be like 0.5. 0.5, grab this guy, offset 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 0.5, this guy, offset 0.5. Okay, so now I've got everything offset and I think proper. Finish the sketch. So I'll take my reinforcement ribs, these guys, and these guys, and then I will extrude them down. Extrude them down, let's say like 2 mils. Like so. Then I will grab that sketch again. Grab the outsides plus my reinforcement ribs. Like that. Now extrude them up. Oops, I forgot to do this one. What the switches are for? The switches are for, give me a sec here. 1, 2. This, this, and this. The switches are to control how many bulbs will be lit. Extrude. Now 1. Oh. 2. Actually, I have to go this. There we go. Okay. Hide this. What's that look like now? If I hide this body, so that's my cover. I think that looks sick. Look at that. Good night, Adam. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I have a problem, though. This wasn't extruded with it. The little gap in between. So, I have to go get that sketch again. I'm going to hide these bodies. Get that sketch. I have to go grab all the little gaps here, like this. This gap. This gap. Is there another gap? I think it's those gaps. Bring the body back. And then we want to extrude. And join. That should become solid now. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, I can leave this open or I can shut it. Let's say I grab this, extrude 1, 2. And then delete this. Yeah. Now this is going to be a cover. That looks so fancy. So I can print this right now. I don't even think I need reinforcement or anything. The notch is on the wrong side. Which notch? Because if I bring this body back, I go back here, it fits perfect. So the bulbs will be through here. Ah, okay. Man, I wish I had those bayonet mounts here right now. Oh, I'm gonna hide these though. I can cover these up. Report. Pornography. I don't even know how to ban people, so Vero got that done right quick in a hurry. So yeah, I'm gonna actually just cover the cover those holes. They don't need to be that long. Which sketch was it? This one. I'm gonna grab these. Two. Oh no. 3. 4. Oh, this one's already covered. Well, that's easy. All right, extrude. Sure. Here we go, hide these sketches. There we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think hide user from channel is pretty much banned. I think that's what it is. And then I'll go back to here. I think it looks good. Oh, I need to chop holes for this. So let me do these holes for the 2 binding posts, and then I think after that we're gonna be done, because I basically can't do much without the bayonet things, and I'll have to maybe decide the height as well. Actually, it's good to know. So it's 40 mil height, and I think I have the height of the switch. So like from here to there, I got plenty of. This is 30 something. Over the offending chat and press left alt. Oh, look at those skills. So is it the bin? What's the bin do? Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I never knew. Huh. So it would have to be the do not enter sign then. That's what we're looking for then. Yeah, to remember for next time. That is the challenge. All right, so let's cut these holes. So if I have to get to this guy here, grab this. 2 mil. Get a new sketch on there. So I got 2 mil up here. We need to go 2 mil down here. Let's make a line from there. Really don't know how to make this flush. I think that's it. Let's okay, let's get rid of the body and the other one too. Okay, so I need to shave 2 millimeters off. 2 millimeters. Okay, like so. Then from here to there, and then from here to there. Excellent, thank you for that. All right, so what's the height actually from here to here? 38. So half of 38, 19. And then 9.5. So we take a line down this way by 9.5. And then same thing over here. 9.5. All right. That should be good. And then we need a hole, which I did write down the size, 8 millimeters. So 8 millimeter hole. How freaking narrow did I make these? Whatever, it'll be okay. 8 millimeter hole. Like so. Finish the sketch. Bring back the body. This and extrude. It should be only 2 mils thick. There we go. So those are made. I think that's good. So I'm going to, okay, now the other question, do I want to make support like an X on both sides so you don't like stick your fingers on the bulbs, or I think the open is fine. Because it's not headlight bulbs. If it was headlight bulbs, they burn out if you stick your finger on it. But brake bulbs I think are okay. I have to say, like, I don't give myself a lot of credit, but I think I'm getting pretty good at fusion. I mean, it's pretty. I could add a taper here too. Let's see, this guy, a chamfer. Oh. No, it's not happy with that. Too distance. Nice, can make like a cone. Edges, select. Should be able to select some more. This, and this. chamfer. So 1 mil in. Yep. Where did I stop on the other one? Did I go all the way? I went in one. There we go. Cool. I think it's going to be pretty nice. I just wish I had the frickin' bayonet mounts. So I work tomorrow and I work Tuesday. So the part's going to come in on Monday. So basically, I'll have to have some good filament loaded into the printer on Monday. And then Monday evening, or Monday at some point, when they come in, come down here, modify the bayonet mounts here, and then print it. I can't wait to see it. And then, oh yeah, and then Monday, I will have to make a video on it because the live stream isn't great for that. Or I can make a second one and make a video on it. And then be able to deliver it to him on Tuesday. Maybe I won't deliver it to him on Tuesday. Maybe I'll keep it in the car and see how close I dare to venture to Christmas before I give it to him, although it is the 15th already. Let's see. What do we have? It's 15th. Yeah, next week is going to be tight. Actually, I may just give it to him on Tuesday, the 20th. I think that's good enough, because even if I do go in on Friday the 23rd, I think it's just better to get it. But I kind of do want to give it on the 23rd, because if he didn't get me a Christmas gift, then he won't have time to get me one. Like if I give it to him on the 20th, here, let me see. I don't think my calendar shows anything, does it? No. Okay. So if he gives it to me, if I give it to him on the 20th and he wasn't planning on getting me anything for Christmas, he's going to feel obliged to spend one of these days, right, getting me something for the Friday. So if I have it in the car with me on the 20th, and then I ask him, are we working on the 23rd? If he says no, then I can give it to him on the 20th. If he says yes, then I can give it to him on the 23rd. How does that sound? Does that make a lot of sense to everyone? I don't want him to get me anything. To me, the fact that I work for him that's all. I'm fine. And plus, don't forget, this is a gift for him, but at the same time, it's not really, because he provides the tools. So that means that I'm going to be using it too. So, and he's more likely to just be like, electrical diag, you're up. Reassure him that you don't want him to get you anything and that it made you happy making it. Yeah. I'll definitely do that. But because if he got me something, I would still want to get him something, even if he said that. So I'm going to try to give it to him as late as possible, preferably the 23rd, and I'll tell him it didn't mean anything. I'll tell him, all the money I spent on it is business expense anyways. Don't worry about it. It's for both of us. Thanks for being a cool dude. And that's it. I think that's the plan. Hopefully, maybe I will print it. Actually, I'm thinking, because I don't know if the binding posts will fit in here. Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely a great idea. So there. Cool. All right, so I'm going to save these things, and I'm going to print them tonight with the crappy filament. Do I still have enough crappy filament? I do have enough crappy filament. So I'm going to print a test run tonight. I might even, like, for my own personal one for here at home, I might just like use a hot knife and cut holes to put the bulbs in. Yeah, I will print the test run. I have garbage filament that I use for test runs, so that's good. All right, so that'll be it for the stream then. I'm probably going to figure out something to eat or something like that, but yeah, this was the design. And don't forget, we did make the here, let me just switch to webcam. Don't forget, we did together make the test leads. So these are done. I would have liked somewhere to store the test leads, but it's just, maybe we'll just, you know, wrap them around the bulbs or something. And don't forget, so inside is 40 mil height. So let me just visualize what that is. So inside of the box is 40 mils of height. So it makes sense that the bayonet mounts are massive, because look, that's not a lot of space, right? So I might increase it, you know, might increase it up to like 50 or 55 or something. It'll make a little bit of the install a little bit better. Or, you know what, I might just sand down the bayonet sockets and just glue it in anyways, because if that socket ever like melts or whatever, or becomes shitty, I'm just gonna print a new, like it's 10 cents worth of filament, so probably just gonna print just a new one anyways, so not too worried about it. But all right, thank you everyone for being here. Thanks to the chatters for entertaining me, and for the ones that are just lurking and didn't say anything in chat, I still appreciate you coming by. I'm glad I was able to entertain you, and so I'll catch you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Have a good one, folks.